Hello, it's me, Grand Master Daw, with another episode of Grand Master Daw Speaks. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about Dale Dugas and these trolls online calling me a fake and stuff. None of it's true. Now, I am the sort of person, I'm actually very friendly, very easy to get on with, but people know that martial arts, karate, kung fu, all of this stuff is what I do. You see? So, when people make up lies about me and call me fake black belt and stuff, there's like 1,000 people that thought, are you sure you've got the right person? So, I'm not the sort of person that waffles. What I'm going to do is discuss my opinion on this whole bullshit, Bullshido, idiotic trolling and all of these scumbags like Dale Dugas that think they're tough, and it ultimately cost them their reputation, their actions, I mean. Now, with Dale Dugas, this person is almost old enough to be my dad, you see? And I'm just doing my martial arts, I'm teaching with my home study video courses, and I was going to join a club called the AMJ, owned by Israel Velez. And it wasn't actually Israel I was communicating with, it was Dale Dugas or somebody that had hacked. Someone from Bullshido had hacked Israel Velez's email address. And for those people that want to pretend that that's not true, like Dale Dugas likes to pretend that he knows the truth and everyone else around him is lying, you can ask Israel Velez yourself, the owner of the American Modern Jiu-Jitsu or something, his club. Anyway, ever since I had an argument with, I thought it was Israel Velez, I thought, hang on a minute, that's not how you speak to people that maybe, end up being members of your club. You're not rude to people for no reason. Then, emails go back and forth, and all of a sudden, out pops Dale Dugas, Thomas Daw, the fake black belt and fraud Grand Master and all this, deliberately trying to defame me and calling me a liar and all of this stuff. Well, no offence, Dale Dugas, if you are still alive, but you are the biggest liar I have ever seen, and you are a shit martial artist who has a black belt in fuck all. In fact, you're not even a yellow belt, but anyway. This stuff went back and forth, and you've got Bullshido and people that, like Dale Dugas, like to pretend to be martial arts experts, but they're not. Now, see, whatever anyone thinks about me, let's just hold on for a second. See my point of view. I've trained with hundreds of people. I've been like one of the best students. My record from beginner to black belt in my taekwondo is fucking unequaled practically. You couldn't equal what I've done. And I've done kung fu and karate and all this other stuff. I was given 8th dan black belt 3 years before Dale Dugas started calling me these childish names and things. And this is 2013. And it just goes back and forth, and Dale Dugas is making up shit. And these fucking idiots are trying their best to defame me and call me a fake and a fraud and stuff. And there's not one martial artist between them. And the funniest thing is, these Bullshido people, how to be a hypocrite, Thomas Daw and all this stuff. I think that Bullshido are the epitome of hypocrites, because you own a martial arts website, and none of you are martial arts experts, and you're calling me a fake and a fraud. That's hypocritical as fuck. And another example is you calling me a fake black belt and a fraud and a liar and stuff, and you don't practice martial arts, and you've never trained in any of the styles that I am skilled in, any of the styles I created in, any of it. And Dale Dugas is exactly the same. So for all of your wailing and trying to act tough online, you don't have any credibility. There is not one shred of truth to anything that comes out of your mouth. You're a fat fucking idiot, Dale Dugas. I would knock your teeth out and put them on eBay. But nobody would buy them. Nobody gives a shit about these troll scumbags. So, I personally would not listen to anything that comes out of Dale Dugas's mouth. Now, this is the kind of person Dale Dugas is. He went online and started slagging off lots of people. Lots of aliases, lots of fake profiles, emailing yourself, posting as from different profiles to make it look like people agree with you. You know? But the police and lots of martial artists can see through this fucking bullshit. And people like Dale Dugas are only tough online. Now, if you think I'm a liar and a fraud and stuff, you challenge Dale Dugas to a fight and see if he turns up. A case in point. The first thing I did when Dale Dugas popped out and said, Thomas Daw, the fake black belt and the liar and con man and all this fucking bollocks. I said, you come to this country and you fight me. You fight to back up your words. And I challenged him and he backed out. I challenged him again the following year and he backed out. You see? Now, to me, in the martial arts world, people that really do martial arts, in my opinion, Dale's behaviour is that of a coward and a pussy. Someone who doesn't do martial arts. Yeah, Dale Dugas is a fat board-breaking wanker, but not a martial artist. Because if you were a martial artist, you would not make up shit about people you've never met. And you would back up your words. If you had a problem with somebody and it was that serious, you would back up your shit. Now, where I come from, a man who doesn't back up his words isn't worth shit. And that's Dale Dugas. There is another example. Recently, Dale Dugas has lost his court case. He went to court because of Brett Gordon and Hatfield. These are people teaching martial arts in Florida, and this fucking fat lunatic Dugas thinks that these people are frauds and fakes and all of this stuff. And it goes back and forth for years. And all of a sudden Dale Dugas decides to go to their dojo, and he's so tough, he's such an elite martial artist, he has to take 2 bodyguards with him. What a fucking pussy. You see? If I had a problem with someone, I would go to your kung fu class or karate class. I would rip your fucking head off in front of all your students, and I would walk out. I wouldn't even speak to you. I'd walk in there, I'd fucking rip your head off, and I'd walk out. I wouldn't need 2 bodyguards to take anyone out. But Dale Dugas likes to think that he's tough online, and then slagging people off and calling them frauds and stuff. Bear in mind, these are people that he's never met, just all of a sudden targeting people he's never met, thinking that we're all going to be scared of this fat loser. Fucking idiot. Then he goes to their dojo and he has to have 2 bodyguards to back up his shit. I don't respect that at all. I don't, and I never will. Not the actions of anyone in martial arts and stuff. As a martial arts expert, Dale Dugas is not. And he has all these little arguments like I sent him death threats and all of this stuff. I never sent him any death threats. It's all bullshit. The police took my side. Dale Dugas was so scared he shit his pants and he called the police. and the police took my side. I had a report, several pages, and I sent it to the police. And recently I sent a report to the police as well, detailing what kind of a troll faggot Dale Dugas is, making up crap about people that he's never met and thinking he can get away with it. Now, let's not be too angry and swearing and all this back and forth bullshit, but once again, hear my point of view. Can you imagine if I was in a gang or some shit? Because there are people that do martial arts that are in gangs. If I was in a gang or something, Dale Dugas would be dead. You cannot. Anyone with common sense knows it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You cannot make up shit about people on the internet, defaming people, and think you can get away with it. Because it's not going to fucking happen. And Dale Dugas and Bullshido and all these fucking idiots probably still calling me fake, black belt and fraud and all this stuff. Well, none of these people backed up their words. Not one of these idiots backed up their shit once. Now, Dale Dugas will cry and blub and do whatever he can to try and salvage his reputation. But let's go back to the time where Dugas was having a go at Brett Gordon and people in Florida, and he had to take 2 bodyguards to go and see them in their dojo. What a fucking pussy. But anyway, my point is, he went to court. They took him to court over defamation, and he lost. So, Dale Dugas, for all of his years, over a decade, more, calling people fraud and fake black belt and stuff, not only is this man a fake martial artist and a fat fucking loser who couldn't say anything to a child's face, but he is a convicted liar. Now that he's lost his court case, he is a convicted liar and fraud, convicted fake, you see? And all of these people, it's not a good time to be on Dale Dugas' side. And it just goes to show, if you make up shit about people and you honestly think that you're intimidating serious martial artists when you're just a fat board-breaking fucking loser, pretender, fake mantis, and all of this shit. I'm a 3rd Dan in praying mantis. I know a fat loser when I see one who's never done mantis in his life, and that's Dale Dugas. But anyway, when you make up shit about people, you've got to expect some retaliation. And the police don't give a shit about who's got what black belt and what black belt are you and what karate you do or whatever. They want to know who started it, why is this happening, and who's doing this, and why did this happen? Who started it? And Dale Dugas started it. He started on me. He started on a lot of people. You see? And you cannot do that. You cannot do that shit. Make up shit about death threats and all this fucking crap and think that you're going to get away with it, because you're not. And Dale Dugas has paid the price with his reputation. You see? Any reputation he had, conning, a con man. Funny how you called me a con man, wasn't it, Dale? Conning the general public into believing that he's a martial arts expert. Now that he's lost his court case, you were a convicted fake and a fraud yourself, Dale. How does it feel when the shoe's on the other foot? I mean, I think anyone listening to this knows that the fat fucking losers on sites like Bullshido and Dale Dugas and all these people, they're never going to do anything to back up their words. Dale couldn't even back up his own words in court. What are you going to say? Did this fucking retard actually think he was going to win his court case? Oh yes, I've been harassing people that I've never met before and defaming them online for years, and They deserve it, yes, because, you know, I'm a fucking fat idiot called Dale, and I think I'm so fucking mentally retarded that I actually think I'm justified in my behaviour. Anyway, I've taken the piss out of these people. It's good because every time I take the piss out of these people, martial artists all over the world laugh their fucking heads off, and they join my club. So it's like every time I take the piss, I get new students. So I cannot lose. But anyway, do not have any faith in forum fighters and troll mouth boxers because they're just shit. They're pretenders. They have an opinion on everything. Kung Fu, karate and all this shit. But they've never trained in it. They've never done anything. So don't think for 1 second that Dale Dugas is a legitimate martial artist. He's a board-breaking fat wanker, couldn't touch his toes, and what makes me laugh, even his own family thought that he was fucking telling the truth. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stand by my son Dale, because he lies about people he's never met, and calls them fucking names, then he cries his eyes out when they fucking challenge him to fights and shit. What the fuck did the fat twat expect? I don't know. You know, people are fucking crazy. And luckily, the judge, the people in America in the court system, the legal system, recognised Dale Dugas and these idiots at Bullshido and stuff as fucking retards and lunatics. And you have lost your court case. And hopefully Dale Dugas might roll over and die soon. Then the world will be a lot better place. But anyway, thank you for listening to my post. I hope you enjoy it. Nobody in the real world gives a fuck what people like Dale Dugas thinks. And all of these trolls can fuck off. All the real martial artists in the world, I hope you've enjoyed this post. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I don't know, download it and delete it. Whatever you like. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.